Financial professional Brian Benham from Benham Advisory Group is joining me this morning.
So I got some advice from a financial professional. His name's Brian Benham. Here's what he has to say.
Well, financial professional Brian Benham is here with me this morning from the Benham Advisory Group.
President of Benham Advisory Group, Brian Benham, has a few smart ways you can save more.
How big of a problem is this?
It's a huge problem. You know, last year alone, there were over 100,000 complaints from our servicemen, our veterans, regarding this problem, and over 50% of those are related to identity theft or credit card fraud. So it's a serious problem.
Try to work and try to pay down some of that debt as you go and eliminate some of those student loans so you're not faced with this huge struggle.
Financial planner Brian Benham says paying down student and credit card debt should be the first priority, but there are many factors working against millennials.
The average woman today is earning about $18.50 an hour, which the good thing is that's about $8 more than their mother did at the same age. But the discrepancy is the average man is earning around $27 per hour.
That's quite a difference, too.
It is. It still is. Well, I think allowances are great, and it's also a great opportunity to teach financial strategy and education for children. And some of those families, like you said, they don't. They just don't talk about finances with their children at all. And, you know, I like to remind those parents that, hey, your teenagers are soon going to be going to and make a six-figure decision regarding their future education, and you need to be talking to them about finance. And an allowance is a great way to do it. But you have to understand you need to establish credit. Someday you're going to lease an apartment, you're going to buy a car, you're going to buy a house. What you do at your early years, it starts your credit report. So understand that, but understand the difference in credit building and not overextending. I think that's pretty important as well. Well, you know I'm going to say budget.
Yeah.
You got to start budgeting, and even though you may not have a job, you still have money coming in and money going out. So track that. You can go to our website, we'll get you a worksheet, but try to budget, keep track of everything you spend, send out, but also start setting money aside for future things. If you're going to travel, Thanksgiving, extracurricular activities at school, start budgeting those things. And even though schools don't teach that, hopefully our parents have taught us how to budget when we were at home. Yeah, you're right. As you mentioned, you know, 62% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account, and around 21% of Americans don't even have a savings account. And to make matters worse, more than half of Americans have less money in savings than they do in credit card debt. So savings is certainly an issue.
Yeah, so what can we do to better ourselves?
There's some things. One thing I like to see people do is shop around for credit cards that have cash reward programs. Get the best cash reward program you have, and go ahead and don't hesitate to buy your groceries and buy your fuel if you can pay for bills on your credit card. Then at the end of the month, take whatever value is that they give you in a cash reward and put that in savings. But I also want to warn people, as you probably know I'm going to say, only do that if you're paying off your credit card. I don't want you to create debt where you're trying to establish a savings plan.
We have some tips here on the screen. Save $10 a month and it'll be $120 in a year. Tell me about that.
Well,
I mean, the math is pretty simple there.
That's kind of an old school thing there. You know, people that know me know I haven't spent my change in 30 years. So I always throw money in my piggy bank and we're going to save money there. But there's lots of different things. Newfound money, that's a big one. If somebody gets a raise at work, I always tell people, hey, you're already used to living on that money. So if you get a raise, throw that right into your savings plan. And that's going to go a long way as well.
That's a good point. As if you're comfortable at a level, then just help yourself in the long run.
That's right. That's right. That's the key. I tell that to all of our federal employees and anybody at any job at all. If you get a raise, throw the money aside and save that money.
Awesome. Any other tips do you want us to be aware of this morning?
Well, the main thing, you know, you establish a savings account. A lot of banks have certain programs. They might give you $50 or $100. A great way to build some momentum in your savings plan. Some of them even give a grand prize to somebody that opened an account during a period of time. So that's something that you might want to do as well.
Yeah, why not try?
That's right. That's
Brian
right.
Benham, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Some really good tips as always.
Well, thanks a lot. It's always a pleasure to be on.
You keep it simple, and we like that.